off. These niggas baby fat, so I better bear witness and back off. I be ripping shit like sackcloth. Dumb dogs all barked out. My hymen say I cup full, no room for emotion, so I pour my heart out. This road hard, but I intend to stay. And if it ain't UPK, then they in the way. My niggas righteous, they real, they down to suffer. Flow so deep, to drown a motherfucker. He say he in the truth, oh yeah? Well, this the home. And I don't hate them brothers, I'm just too loyal to my own. Plus what they believe, hard for me to follow. No rank me, no head. And I ain't leaving this body to live and sleep in hollow. So when they ask I'm UPK, you tell them absolutely. And I ain't trimming my ways for nothing. Gotta execute me, cause I can never die with my tail tucked between my legs. Shit I be thinking, watching my daughters tucked in their bed. They so smart, and Alana, she's so beautiful, but they ain't like other babies, and they daddy far from usual. Now I'm missing cause I'm about my father's business. It ain't about this shit I used to do in that 98 Navy, the tan leather seats. See, without wisdom, this world make you weak. I found out that the truth was bitter. The lies are sweet, tried everything. I guess me and Johanna had to meet. Now I make the blind see, and I make the dead speak, and teach both my little girls the day that they lie with a man, they better bring their bloody bed sheets. Chaos match the time, this Glock match my handpiece, and I ain't trying to take him out, but I will defend this house, or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Shit call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. That's right. Bring that hot flame, you bitch. Ain't loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I want that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame, you bitch. Ain't loyal to the king.
Test 1, 2. 2, 2, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger.
You're so...
Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call. To be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top dog. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to
me take a second, we reflecting with the light, but this the life, I fucking love it. Wouldn't trade it to be what not. I got to write it, birth the devil's redefining work.
Someday you'll pay the price.
No, I don't break a fold, I need and bake the dough, then recreate the flow. They think they making dough, what they forsake is so essential. Over lentils, get your issue. Guess who's on this instrumental with you? I gives a damn if we was family, view unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, they slayed the man. I swayed the Tim like here I am, the son of Sam is taking shots at David Berkowitz. Pussy.
Someday you'll pay the price.
A different discipline existed in this New York state of mind. Say since now, no, not the actor, but the year he's ever not one thing in mind to grind until this gavel turned its worst to murder from Babel.
You know that you are. As cold as ice to me. You know that you are.
Front lines is 69, I follow protocol. This kingdom built on God bones, so I can't love Esau, and I can't fuck with y'all. I ain't gotta say it twice, you vouching for the enemy, but
Someday you'll pay the price.
look, my father ain't have a father cause of dope. I'm anti-politics cause Christ died from a vote. How the richest nation locked the homeless up for being cold. How ironic they relating smoking weed to getting stoned. You trim your ways and seek they love. I'ma bring this sword back wet with a vesta dipped in blood. Niggas giving up when they don't even give enough. Going nowhere fast, niggas always in a rush. I give them love cause my brothers lost. Christians eating, watch they brothers starve. No way I can serve another God. I give my love cause my brothers lost. Christians eating, watch they brothers starve. I can't serve another God. Cold-blooded.
You know that you are. As cold as ice to me. You know that you
Yeah. Kaboom, bang. Yo,
Hi, Christ.
Musa Christ.
Shalom, Adawan, how about you?
Yahba Shimi Al Brakata.
Good to see you, sir.
Good to see you too, brother. And for brothers and sisters who will be joining us shortly, I know they take their little time to come in to our live. This is Unplugged from the Matrix.
That's right.
Another episode with yours truly, Officer 1000 Azab and Officer Tabawan Yahawada. Officer 500.
Most High in Christ.
Yeah. The voice raspy, the beard wild. Yo. Yeah, I ain't want to be no pretty boy.
Con.
Kicking face. Pretty boys
right.
getting too much attention.
Right. That's
Want
right.
attention.
Damn right. Damn
Big up
right.
to Commanding General Yohana. You know what I'm saying? Big up all the generals, the captains, you know what I'm saying, officers and troopers and babies and sisters.
Con.
Y'all know the thing already.
Most High in Christ. If I can real quick, sir.
Come on.
I'm just too excited. It's here. It's officially here. Them brothers is already down there. I saw Officer 5000 DeBar Mob down there. I see Captain Yatazak out there. I seen, you know what I'm saying, Captain Akkad out there. All them brothers down in Texas. The Passover has begun.
Right.
You understand?
That's right.
And but when I say the Passover, obviously, I'm not talking about the actual Passover, which goes down next week, April 24th at sundown. But the festivities have begun.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So we have we there. You know what I'm saying? Brothers is, you know what I'm saying, is colliding on Houston, Texas. You know what I mean? They're starting to arrive in the following days leading up to the Passover next week. Obviously, more and more from this point on, you're just going to see brothers and sisters popping up in Houston. You You know what I'm saying? So Most High in Christ, the Barakatah Yahweh Yahweh Shah for that, for the opportunity, you know what I'm saying, for us to celebrate the deaths of those damn Africans who had us in captivity. You know what I'm saying? And this is really Tawab, if I may. So that, you know, because we fortunately the Lord wasn't with the venue for last year due to the COVID-19. So, you know what I mean, the Passover, being able to get down there and see my brothers who I haven't seen in almost 2 years now. Right. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's just a beautiful thing, you know what I'm saying? So I just had to say that real quick, I don't want.
Khan, Most High in Christ. The Lord loved us so much that in our poverty, in our health, I will come and deliver the broken, destroyed, messed up, poor, impoverished people. I'm going
Hey, Shalom Israel. Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah Brakatah. Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yahweh Shah to all the sisters, man. Listen, it's Captain 13,000, the card of a rhyme, checking in with the Israelite School of UPK under Commander Junior Hunt.
You know we not no cowards. Oh, you on that?
Listen, man, this year's 52nd annual Passover. Hold on, I'm gonna say it one more time. This year's 52nd annual Passover under Commander Junior Hunter under the ISUPK. Couldn't do it last year. Y'all already know the Lord had his foot on our oppressor's neck.
Here in New York City, there are roughly 1,000 cases a day. Those are numbers they haven't seen since May.
Can't do it in New York this year because the Lord still got his foot on our oppressor's neck.
New York, the center of the outbreak this spring, is now teetering on another deadly explosion of the virus.
But listen to me good. This year, 52nd annual Passover, April 24th, 2021. You understand? It's going to be in H-Town, baby.
It's going to be at the B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do.
2021, ISUPK, 52nd annual Passover. All the generals gonna be there. All the heavy hitters gonna be there. The daughters of Zion gonna step out with their beautiful long dresses, you understand? Strong on deck. That One West style music on deck. 52nd annual Passover.
B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Get with it to get lost, man.
Got it out the mud, straight up out the base. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I sided with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground.
Ooh-wee. Damn right.
Yeah, man.
I just cannot wait, Ottawan, man.
Well, I waited because when you're busy, you know what I mean? Too busy don't make the sun rise, you know what I mean?
Come.
We got a couple people in here. Let's see. Them up. Can you see who's in here?
Let me see.
Most High in Christ.
Come. I got my brother, Officer 50 Yanazar up in here. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we also got my brother. Oh, congratulations to my brother, new Officer 500. You know what I'm saying? Y'all, what's up? Your Allah out of New York. What's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? Congratulations on that rank raise. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait to see you out there in Houston, man. We got Officer 1,000, Officer Zion.
Okay, if I may.
Please,
Allah, we have a little history, you know.
A word?
Yeah, we have a small history.
Oh, I didn't know. Most High in Christ.
I'll ask the brother's permission to say it, or he can say it himself, you know what I'm saying, before he actually came into the truth.
Oh, God.
Was struggling between different things.
Most High in Christ.
Him all the time.
Oh, that's what it is.
Yeah, man.
See, your brother, I'm telling you, man, Israel, man.
He knows. And I'm so happy to see the brother all the way in now and becoming, you know what I'm saying, an officer.
Most High in Christ.
You know what I mean?
Barakataya Hawaii was shining.
Damn right. Damn right. He said, get down, out of one.
Yeah, let's see what else we got in there. We got Fayetteville, North Carolina, Officer Zion Ya'ala,
Damn right.
Officer of 1,000. You know what I mean? It's my brother.
Damn right.
From another whole other month. Big facts. That's what he said. Vicky. Vicky. I just say Vicky because I have a problem with English. I can't pronounce words. I just.
It's no sweat, sir. It's no sweat.
All right, what we got for today, bro?
Man, oh man, this has been a busy week.
It has been a busy week, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe to all our social media platforms. You know what I mean? Don't forget to subscribe to Black Watch. Commanding General Yana is putting in a lot of work.
Damn right.
Our brothers and sisters from our
damn right.
dust. You know what I'm saying?
That's
and
right.
all the other radio shows that we got going on in the nation of Israel under ICPK.
Damn right.
Come on,
Come on. So we got some interesting things to go over. A lot of these might be familiar, should be familiar to some people, especially if you've been tuned in and plugged into the social media. Just stuff all over the place. What's the title of today's show, sir?
I say spiritually Egypt, brother.
This is spiritually Egypt, which is such a fitting title, considering what we're doing next week, right? Considering that we will be celebrating our exit from Egypt next week, it's a fitting title because all these stories just demonstrate just how oppressed we are in America. Salaka, what's that, sir?
Salaka. No. I was talking to myself a lot. My soundboard is not. I can't drop bombs and shit.
So no. No sweat. We'll get it fixed out of one. So we're going to talk about the leader of Black Lives Matter in New York, I believe. The leader of Black Lives Matter has come under fire. She's been branded a fraud. She's been branded a fraud after buying a $1.4 million home in an upscale, mostly white enclave in Los Angeles. Good night.
Good night.
Yes. Good night. I have to wonder if she had access to $1.4 million before she became the leader of Black Lives Matter. I seriously doubt it, or whatever chapter she's the leader of. I seriously doubt it. But we're going to talk about this, and of course, we're going to use that to talk about these false leaders.
Right.
False leadership in America that Black people are told are, the good guys, and they're on their side, and so on and so forth, when these people are absolutely nothing but enemies to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Then we got a story out of Texas, I believe. Baytown, yes, not too far from where we'll be next week in Houston. This is a story I wanted to bring out a couple of weeks back. It's a relatively old story, but some new evidence has come out. So we're going to touch on it really briefly. This older sister, she was in her 50s, I believe. She was murdered. Straight up and down, murdered by the police. Another recurring theme. We see it, several times a week. I mean, it's getting worse, Ottawa, if I may.
Yeah.
It seems like we're getting more stories about Black people getting killed by police in the past, 2-3 months than we got over the past 3 years.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then our people went out to those voting booths, you know what I mean? And they said, Joe, you know what I'm saying? They voted for Smoking Joe. And it's not getting any better for Black people at all. Come on. So we're going to talk about that. This sister name is Pam Turner. We're going to talk about Pam Turner. After that, we're going to briefly go over a video that's been circulating. We went over it last week when you taught the class on Monday. No, this week, Sir Salakia.
Right.
Of the Army lieutenant, a Black and Hispanic. We know we don't deal with mixed, but, in the world, he's considered mixed Black and Hispanic. You understand? He's considered mixed Black and Hispanic, and he's an Army lieutenant. And he had a run-in with some local cops, and he was harassed and ultimately pepper sprayed by the police. You understand? So, going to talk about that. Then we're going to talk about one of the bigger stories over the past week. This brother Dante Wright. Dante Wright.
This story is one of the stories that I mean, we'll go over it, but I don't want to spend too much time on it. It's You know what I mean? It's anyway.
Come concert. No, I feel you, Waterwine. We just our people need to see this. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna talk about his brother who was again murdered. He was murdered by the police. And they came up with an interesting excuse. So if you haven't seen it already, you're gonna see it today, just what all the fuss is about. Okay. After that, we're gonna spend a little bit of time. Salakia, bear with me just a second. Oh, here we go. After that, another developing story, a video circulating, a viral video. Now, we talked about the Army lieutenant, the black Army lieutenant, who was pepper sprayed. Now, on the flip side, we have an Army sergeant who has been arrested for harassing a black man who was walking through his neighborhood. Right. There is a video. We're going to play a little bit of the video if we can. This brother wasn't, harming anybody. He was walking through the neighborhood and he was stopped and harassed by this white Army sergeant. Right. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that. Play that video as well. And then two more things. This is the story we've been talking about for the past few weeks. Adam Toledo, a Hispanic brother out of Chicago.
Finally, we have the footage.
God, finally, we have the footage. I believe this actually happened about 3 weeks ago, if not a month ago. The footage, the body cam footage has been released. And we're going to see, based on this footage, if what our suspicions already, will be confirmed. I'm going to tell you, they were confirmed. You understand? This young man was killed senselessly by the police yet again. And the last thing, if we have some time, we're going to talk about, some not a tragedy that has taken place, but just a situation down in the islands. I think Adwan, you had spoken about, and I saw the article, so I sent it to you. Right. On the island of St. Vincent. Yeah. There could potentially be some very dangerous conditions. Yeah. And so our people down there are preparing as best they can for it. But we're going to talk about exactly what's going on down there. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get into the situation happening down there in the islands. So that's what we have for today. We got a lot of stuff on the plate. You know what I'm saying? But we want all our people, all our brothers and sisters that's tuning into the live, man, please interact with us. You know what I'm saying? Send us things. If there's a phone number, of course, you can call if you want to get on the live as well. I don't want to probably put that up in a second. If you want to send us articles or any kind of things you want us to go over, you can send it to the email as well. That will probably be on the screen shortly. But just make it more of an interactive experience. You know what I'm saying? That's what this show is all about. You know what I mean? It's real informal. We want everybody just to talk with us, man. Just kick it with us. You know what I'm saying? So, Adawan, whenever you're ready, sir.
Come on. Let's get the first story. Let's see how we can chat.
Khan, Adawan Khan.
Musa Christ.
All right. So now, this first story, again, we're going to go over some of these real briefly because...
We're doing the Black Lives Matter one first.
Khan Adawan Khan. Whenever you get ready, you put the picture up on the screen so you can show her gigantic house that she just purchased.
Right. Filthy, disgusting, wicked.
And this is why, let me say this too, this is why the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, we are not affiliated with any group. We are not affiliated with any group whatsoever, any church, any Israelite group, any political party, any political group, none of that. We stand alone. If you are not in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, you are not in the truth. You understand? Right. So this is what we're going to talk about. Black Lives Matter founder. So not just someone who's over a chapter. This is a founder of Black Lives Matter is branded a fraud after buying a $1.4 million home in an upscale, mostly white enclave in Los Angeles. Patrice Colors, 37, has bought an expansive property in Topanga Canyon. The district in which the Black Lives Matter founder will now live is 88% white and 1.8% black. Critics accused her of abandoning her social justice and activist roots. Colors has written a best-selling memoir and has a follow-up out in October. In October, she signed a multi-platform, multi-year deal with Warner Brothers. Black Lives Matter brought in $90 million in donations last year. It emerged in March. Ooh-wee. So before we even get into the meat and potatoes of the article,
this all right.
I believe so. Yes, that is her. We brought out a story on this very show a couple weeks back. I want to say it was Trayvon Martin's father, or it might have been, was it Trayvon Martin or Mike Brown's father?
Let's just say one of the people who have been victimized.
Right. The father of one of the brothers
who died by
who was killed by the hands of the police.
Murdered, brother.
Murdered. Count on count. Murdered by the hands of the police. He said that Black Lives Matter owed money to his family. Right. Here we go. It was Mike Brown's father.
There you go.
Right? So not last week, but a couple weeks back, we did an article on Tamir Rice's mother criticized a Black Lives Matter leader, and Mike Brown's father demanded $20 million from Black Lives Matter. This is the picture of him right there. You understand? So he demanded $20 million, saying that they never saw a penny of any money from Black Lives Matter. Well, now it's been emerged that Black Lives Matter has made over $90 million. Over $90 million. And this sister right here, you understand, has used in her, journey through this Black Lives Matter thing, has become quite, wealthy. She's made some money, enough to buy a $1.4 million home. Now, somebody tell me what's significant about that. Buying a $1.4 million home is enough, right? That's like, most of the people she's supposedly fighting for cannot afford a $500,000 home, let alone a $1.4 million house. You understand? But what's significant about the particular home that this sister purchased? What's significant about it in the face of who she is and the whole situation? You would say something, sir?
Yeah, Khan. I want brothers and sisters watching to chime in, because this we know why and where. The question Tabo One is asking, we can answer it, but can you answer it? You know what I'm saying? Can you answer that question? You know what I mean? What is so significant about the purchase of the house?
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to give it away. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But what is so fishy about the whole situation?
That's the best way to put it. What is fishy about it?
You know what I mean?
Come.
Y'all can chime in. You know what I'm saying?
People buy homes. People buy homes all the time, right?
Right.
People buy homes. Mm-hmm.
It's a posh home. Look, I'm showing the house, the property, and everything. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying, aerial view, everything. She looks like a lesbian. Just so I get that out the way. You know what I mean? Yeah, I just want to get that out the way.
Come on, sir.
Yeah,
no sweat.
Right.
We'll give our viewers just a couple seconds more. See if anybody has an answer. My question is, what is so fishy about the specific home that the sister purchased?
Right. Tazaiwan.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously
Tazaiwan out of Delaware.
Yabashmisha
how about you, One?
She is a lesbo. Yes. Khan Adawan Khan. Absolutely. There's no doubt that the sun shines in the sky. You know what I mean? She is.
Damn. Good night. Well,
let me hit it first. The first thing is, outside of the fact that the point that you make earlier on, Tabo One, not even half, majority of the people that, you know what I'm saying, have the fist in the air and supporting Black Lives Matter. Let me say that Shalom. Officer Tazai one says,
all
Shalom,
three
of the founders.
Good night.
Well, you see?
Good night. I knew like one of them. I didn't know all three of them was.
Yeah, well little Nas X had to become, you know what I'm saying, on the other side so he can
right.
I understand the filthy, disgusting nature of you know what I'm saying, our so-called leaders. But that's what I was saying. And two other for that other one. Half of the people, or majority of the people, you know what I'm saying, who protest and the people who their kids getting shot in the streets, why the whole Black Lives Matter thing came about, they cannot purchase $100,000 home. I ain't even saying $500,000, $100,000 home. No, she has purchased a $1.4 million home in an uppity, high up white neighborhood. When you're defending black lives, you should have taken that money and go in the hood and build up the community. That's absolute wickedness.
Damn right. Con.
That's absolute wickedness. And Salaki, go ahead, brother. Go ahead. I have a couple of scriptures, but we'll bring them in later.
Con. No, we can after we can hit one of them real short. I got one scripture for it, but we can go wherever you want to go, Adawan. But I wanted to say this. I don't know what you're saying is heavy and on point. That's exactly the issue. To piggyback off of that, another problem is it shows beyond a shadow of a doubt that these false leaders are liars and deceivers, and they will say anything in order to do what? To get money and fame from black people. Because guess what? Black Lives Matter started when Mike Brown was killed, after Trayvon Martin was killed, after Sandra Bland was killed, after all of these brothers and sisters who died at the hands of white people were killed. But then the leader moves into a neighborhood where there's no niggas?
Right.
You know what that proves? It proves that the ISUPK and Commanding General Yohana has been telling the truth since 1969. These false leaders love white people. They love white people.
Damn
you understand? Right. She is the founder of Black Lives Matter. That Trayvon Martin was walking through a white neighborhood when he was killed. In a neighborhood where his father lived. It's like murdered. Where his father lived, right? But it was a predominantly white neighborhood, if I'm not mistaken. And he was murdered while walking through that neighborhood. Another story we're going to read later on shows a young man being harassed because he's walking through a predominantly white neighborhood. So now, if this sister has founded or helped found Black Lives Matter, she's aware of all of these cases. She's aware of all of the wickedness all the evil that we face at the hands of the oppressor, the so-called white man. If she's aware of this, why the hell would she take her $1.4 million and go buy a house where there are no black people?
Right.
It's because she don't give a damn about none of that. She never gave a damn about none of that. None of them do. All it is a ploy so they can do what? So they can get money from black people so they can go where they want to go, which is amongst white people who they love.
Right.
You understand? So I just wanted to say that, sir. But what scripture you want me to get, sir?
I was looking for it right now. There's a scripture in I think Exodus, where Moses, Pharaoh. Don't worry. Give me the scripture you have. Let me get it.
I was wanting to get filthy lucre's sake.
Come on. You want me to read it for you?
Oh no, I don't want you. You can. I'll read it. You can break it down.
All right, most
that's the why with me. Come on. The book of Titus. Sorry, sir.
Come on.
The book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 10. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers.
Say that again.
For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers.
You see these people, they run in their mouth. You know what I'm saying? Like Usain Bolt or Usain Bolt. Mm-hmm. That's how their mouth is. Their mouth just running. Oh, why am I saying this and using this analogy is because this particular story is proof that we should never put our trust or belief in any type of organization inside of America who claim that they have black people best interests at heart.
That's
the only organization who has blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans interests at heart, according to the Most High in Christ, is the ISUPK.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Because we do what we say. If we say we're going to do something, we do it. And that is why we're not affiliated with any other group on the face of the planet. You understand? Because she fist in the air. Let me show the picture, man.
Right.
Show the picture.
Show the picture, sir.
Officer Tabawan and myself, we're not making this stuff up. You all know what we're talking about. The proof is in the pudding. You know what I mean? Right here. Fist in the air, that means black lives. You know what I'm saying? We represent black people and all of that. You can't represent black people when so lucky. I don't want my speech to be so rude. And when you're washing dishes with a female in your bed, you understand what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, you further destroying blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans because
Right.
our constitution indicates that two women cannot sleep together.
Right.
That's one. That's immoral according to the Most High. That's one.
That's right.
Two, you're a liar. Everything you're doing is because you want to be part of America, but you don't want to just jump into being part of America. You want to make it look like you're
right.
And you it's just like a Christian pastor.
Damn right. That's it.
It's just like a Christian pastor. This woman is a pimp.
That's right.
She pimped black people and got millions of dollars from the oppressor. Now she living in a posh white neighborhood. What happened to the neighborhood Trayvon Martin got murdered in?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Eric Garner and Mike Brown and just name it. Listen, I wonder if we ask her this question, can you remember the names of all the people that got murdered for the past 2 years inside of America by racist cops and stuff like that? She might remember the most prominent ones. You know what I'm saying? She don't even know about Javier Torres.
Right.
Yeah?
Right.
She don't. Because really and truly, see that face? Mm-hmm. It's like an Oprah Winfrey type of face. You know what I mean? Filthy and disgusting, really hate black men. You know what I mean? Really hate black people if you really check it out. You know what I mean? That's why she's in a white neighborhood.
That's right.
Living in a beautiful house. You know what I mean? Silakia, Yanaza, what Yanaza say? You all know I can't pronounce shit. Silakia.
Especially LGBTQ project get funding from the oppressor as part of the agenda to promote homosexuality. Khan,
yeah, that's right, brother.
Damn right. That's exactly what it is. You know, we've talked about it before on this very show and on many of the ISUPK radio shows and classes. We've already broken down that if you go to the Black Lives Matter website and you read their mission statement, you will see that they are all about promoting LGBTQ.
Right.
That's exactly what they're promoting. And that's why it is like, I don't want, you just said a heavy point, if I may. You said, you know, that really she wants to join America. I mean, could it be anything else? Does America not push homosexuality? Does America not push lesbianism? Does America not push transgenderism? Yes, they do. What does Black Lives Matter push? Homosexuality, lesbianism, transgenderism. Does America not push you that you should go for the American dream and you should want to live, get away from niggas, right? But that's exactly what she's trying to do, the exact same thing. But the ISUPK and the Command and General Yohana, that's not what we do. You know what I'm saying? These brothers and sisters are going to the highways and byways. Wherever niggas are is where we are. You ever been to the school in Durham? Go to the, tell me I'm lying, Adawan. Right. Go to the school, go to the ISUPK school in Durham, North Carolina, and tell me if we're hiding from black people.
Right.
You know, right in the trenches. You know what I'm saying?
Right in the middle, the heart of immoral thing that goes on.
Right. Across the street.
I'm not saying, let me say that so that people understand.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Autistic bastards. Mm-hmm. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying that we are in the middle of the war zone for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Right. Between blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans and the oppressor and every other nation, we're in the middle of the war zone.
Damn right.
That's where we are.
Damn right.
You know what I mean?
On, sir. And spending our money to be there. We're not taking if we were to take every brother in North Carolina, right? And we wanted to put our money together to try to buy some $1 million house, it probably would be very difficult. But let's just say we wanted to do it and we worked hard to do that. But that's not what we're doing. We take our money and where do we put it? We put it towards having a school across the street from one of the worst projects in Durham, North Carolina. Why? Because that's where our people are.
Damn right. Blacks,
Hispanics, and Native Indians. So that's where we are. But your Black Lives Matter leader is doing what? She's running away from the people. You know what I'm saying? And it's just really disgusting. I hope our people see this and realize, like you said, Alwan, you cannot trust any of these false leaders. We got a little bit more in the scripture, if I may, sir.
Take it from the top. Let them know where you're at.
This is the book of Titus, chapter 1 and verse 10.
Uh-huh.
For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision.
Say what now?
Especially they of the circumcision.
Keep going.
Verse 11, whose mouths must be stopped.
Whose mouths must be what?
Must be stopped.
Any more in that scripture?
Who
Come on.
subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not for filthy lucre's sake.
Right. Now, basically what this is saying is what we've been saying the whole time. You know what I'm saying? The Christian church and Christian pastors and this pimp woman that claimed that she loved Black lives and Black Lives Matter and all of that stuff. She is doing all of that to join America, to join white society, to get acceptance from white society through that LGBTQ community thingy. You know what I'm saying? That rainbow. By the way, why use the rainbow? What is the real purpose of the rainbow according to the scriptures? Anybody know in the chat? Why was the rainbow set up in the first place? You know what I mean? They use it like it's something new that they come up with. The rainbow was never meant to signify that foolishness. What does brother say right here? Salakia. Shalom, obviously, we're going. All right, Musa and Christ. Hey, shalom out. The rainbow is just to signify that the Lord is not gonna flood the earth again and destroy it by rain or what. You know what I'm saying? That's what the rainbow is for. They hijack the Lord's rainbow and turn it into something gay.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Simple. So back to what I was saying. These people, our so-called leaders in our Black community, they really do not care about Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. What they care about is to fit an agenda, follow an agenda consistent with the destruction of our people. You know what I'm saying? That's it. And in essence, when they do that, they get money. They get paid. They get paid to do it, and they are the face of something evil towards us. So like it.
Damn right. Come, sir. It's absolutely just tragic. And again, our people are always being, like you said, a perfect word, Adawan, being pimped. Always being pimped. You understand? For money or for fame or for whatever Black people have. You know what I mean? They give statistics that show that Black people, despite being number one in some of the worst statistics, number one in unemployment and stuff, that we actually spend more money than other nations. You know what I'm saying? And that's because our leaders drive us to support everything but the truth, to support everything but the law, statutes, and commandments as we were taught to do. You understand? So it's just really unfortunate. And again, I really do hope our people can see, you know, we're going to keep doing the show, the lies and deception that we're being fed. You understand? So that's a terrible, terrible thing. But that's it on that, if I may, so we can move on to the next one.
Khan, and if I could, Baba Kusha, you know what I mean? Again, brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? Whether you just want to call to big somebody up or, you know what I mean? Whatever the case may be, call in and, you know what I'm saying? Chime in with us, you know what I mean? Say something, you know what I mean? Big somebody up. Because we're going to be in Houston, Texas, and we're going to broadcast live from Houston, Texas. Right. It's going to be epic. And now maybe when you see the gloriousness of what we have going on down there, you'll want to call, but Salah, I'm only going to be taking way important calls from like guests and people, you know what I mean, who have been watching the show from day one, you know, and Salakia, I know what I'm saying, but
I got you.
I might sound like I'm mumbling, but
nah.
Salakia.
Nah.
But yeah, the number is on the screen if you all guys want to call, you know what I'm saying? Any one of y'all who's watching, you know what I mean, can call and chime in with us. Next story.
The next story, again, if I may, so if it's Tawab with you, we can really run through this one. Because really what I want to do is, if you could just get the sister's picture up on the screen. On the article I sent you, there's this little picture of the sister in her house. We don't even got to run the video because it doesn't show but so much, but we can describe it in the article. I'm just going to read straight through it. It's a very short article, and I just want to use it just again to show our people our condition here in America, what's going on, how this whole thing works. Okay, so when you get a chance, so if you could put that article up on the screen with that picture right at the top.
All right, Christ. Let me grab it for you in 5, 4, 3, 2. White man is the devil, the Bible speaks.
That's right.
All right, here we go. Boom.
That's what it is right there. So the sister right here that you are looking at in the inset was murdered almost 2 years ago. Okay,
I remember
almost. Calm. But it says new evidence emerges 1 year after deadly shooting. Baytown police shooting. On May 13th, 2019, Pamela Turner was shot and killed by a police officer outside of her Baytown apartment complex. Eyewitness video at the time showed her being shot several times by a police officer after an altercation between the two. Baytown police officer said Juan de la Cruz tried to arrest Turner for outstanding warrants, but she resisted. Sounds like this cat might be a coon. He might be a Hispanic brother who has, and that's what we're gonna get into next. So I'm glad we're reading this first.
Right.
Try to join with the oppressor, try to join his organizations and join his mission. Right. We end up killing each other. The video appears to show De La Cruz deploying his taser as she was trying to get away, but it did not incapacitate her. Instead, police said she grabbed the taser. That's when they said the officer backed up and, fearing for his life, fired his gun, killing Turner. So again, we're not going to show the video, but if you watch the video, what happens is he pulls out his taser, he shoots her with the taser, and it does nothing to her. Or she falls, but it doesn't, knock her out or incapacitate her. She falls, but she's able to fight it. She gets his taser, right? And after that, he backs up, pulls out his pistol, shoots her 5 times. That's what happened. That was the story. The police commissioner in that area said that he was justified, right? Over a year later, more evidence has emerged, right? Now, before I even give you the evidence, if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, you should already know why. Just with that alone, it shows how much a devil the oppressor is. For time's sake, I'll give it to you. So you mean to tell me that you just tased a 40 or 50-year-old woman? It did nothing, but then she took your taser and you feared for your life? How? It didn't incapacitate her. So why would you think it's going to do that to you? Or why would you be so afraid of your taser, the same taser that just didn't do anything to her? Well, it gets worse. Let's read on. But documents obtained by Houston Public Media from the city of Baytown via an open records request show that the taser model De La Cruz used was an X26P, a model that is incapable of shooting a second set of darts. Chat, chime in. I don't even know. Again, we're going to just run through this and go to the next article. But I want you to look at this sister very closely. She is deceased. She is dead. She was killed by this cop. At first, they claimed, well, he had a right to do it because she had taken his taser. Over a year after she was murdered, it came out what? That the model taser that the cop had, she couldn't have even used it. Once it's been deployed, once you pull the trigger, you can't use it again. Let me say one more thing. Here's another kicker.
Before you go, Babu Gashar,
please.
And that shows the hypocrisy of the system of America. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
If I'm trained and I know that when I use the taser one time, it is impossible to deploy any other how to call it, pins.
Darts. They call it darts.
Right. Right. I know she won't be able to do me any harm because she is not Becky or Sally, you know what I'm saying? Or some heathen. I'ma just murder her and use it as an excuse. I feared for her.
Right.
I'ma just murder her.
Damn right.
And there you go now. Black Lives Matter comes in, money generated, and bitches like the sister, Salaki, women like the sister, the lesbo,
right,
buys, you know what I'm saying? How to say, benefits of that. Our sister right there, she benefits of our sister eyes inside of America and buys a house. Nice portion, bro. You see how it works? Is a yin and a yang when it comes to the evil game that is being played against us inside of America.
Damn
you know
right.
what I'm saying? Everything is connected. Everything doesn't happen by chance. You know what I'm saying? They murder us willfully. And Commanding General Yohana brought this out, I think a couple years ago, or a year ago or so. He brought out that every homicide or every murder or every death inside of America pays out $400,000.
Mm.
Every one of us who die inside of America, the system pays out $400,000. It goes to the medical facilities, it goes to the coroner, it goes to
Wow.
police department, it goes to the investigators, it goes to X, Y, and Z, Black Lives Matter, all of it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
They make money off of our death. You know what I'm saying? Especially our babies who are being aborted.
Right.
Sell the body parts. If you didn't know that, you know that now. We're unplugging you from the matrix.
That's right.
Right. You know what I mean? So, in essence, what I'm saying is this sister, life could have been saved because the officer knew that, you know what I'm saying? No dots couldn't be deployed after he fired the first shot. Simply, if she is aggressive, try to, you know what I'm saying, subdue her and stuff like that and put her in handcuffs, whatever the case may be. He didn't have to shoot the sister.
I don't want, at the very worst, he could have shot her in the foot, shot her in the leg, or something. But like you said, Adawan, he wanted to murder her. He absolutely wanted to murder her. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Let me read on a little bit. And if you could bring Officer Yanazar, he had a question up. Could you just bring it up on the screen? I just want to answer it real quick. It says, can they still bring charges against, I'm assuming you're saying against the cop at this time? I don't believe they can bring charges against the cop. Now, check this out. I don't believe they can bring charges against the cop, but the family has issued a lawsuit. They've gone after him with a lawsuit, but I do not believe they can arrest him. You know, it's been over a year. You know what I'm saying? And he was acquitted of any charges. So I don't believe they can bring any charges against him at this time. Let me read on just a little bit more, and then we can move on to the next. It says, now this is it says he absolutely, this is a quote, he absolutely knew that taser could not be fired again without her changing the cartridge.
Nice. Now, pause there for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Now you see that the commissioner or the chief of police, whoever, that said that what he did was all right, he should be fired too. They should be fired. And even going deeper than that, brother, even going deeper than that, our leaders should be fired. Our so-called leaders in the black community, they should be fired. You know why? Because still, we still love America. We still go in based off Martin Luther King and the integration religion. You know what I'm saying? We still thinking in our mind in 2021 that after, you know what I'm saying, was that a brother they just murdered the next story you'll see, the Hispanic brother. You know what I'm saying? In cold blood. It's consistently happening.
Okay.
But yet we have to still love everybody.
Damn right.
We still have to go to church and that caucasoid sitting next to you, you will consider him your brother because of a religion.
Right.
When the same people, his complexion, murdering your kids in the streets.
That's right.
The so-called leaders inside of America, our so-called leaders, need to be fired. You know who needs to get the full job? And by the way, brothers and sisters, whether in the world or in the truth, pay your goddamn tithes.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Pay your tithes, help push this truth. You know what I'm saying? We're not taking the money to buy jets and alligator shoes and all of that stuff. You know the vibe. We're not doing that with the money. We're raising brothers and sisters up from the dust. The brothers and sisters that you put in the dust, we're taking them out the dust.
Damn right.
You know what I'm saying? We need a change. We need to amputate ourselves spiritually from America.
That's right.
Which is actual Egypt. And why am I saying Egypt? Brother, real quick, because we bringing up these stories, right? But everything we're saying,
Salaki, sir.
Go ahead.
If I may, real quick, could you just give me give me 1 minute. Give me 1 minute, sir.
Come on.
I'll be right back, sir. No. I'll be right back. I just got to check something real quick. I'll be right back. I don't want.
All right, Khan, no sweat, no sweat.
Come.
And the reason why we bringing all of this out is because in our constitution, which is the Holy Bible, the Lord tells us to amputate ourselves from America. You know what I'm saying? Again, with the advent of Christianity and every other religion on the face of the planet, we have been taught to love everybody and kiss everybody. But then our people are the ones suffering the most inside of America. Why isn't there Asian Lives Matter? Why isn't there a Japanese Lives Matter? An African Lives Matter? Why is Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans inside of America the only ones that have to say that our lives matter? Let that soak into your spirit for a little bit. It's because our so-called leaders, the people that we put over top of us, they have not taught us what the law and statutes and commandments in the Bible says to do.
Okay, I'm back, sir.
They have never taught us those things. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay. You want the scripture, sir?
Give me Micah 2:10 Bible Kasha. I just want to read that for our brothers and sisters real quick.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Because that same sister who bought that $1.4 million house, you know what? She could use that same money and build homes in our communities and rent it for dirt cheap so that our people wouldn't have to worry about paying all their money to an oppressor.
Right. Con. Damn right. You hear me, sir?
Con.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest.
This is not your Salakia. Arise ye and depart, meaning this. This place is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. This place promotes homosexuality. This place is a big corporation, a big slave plantation for Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You know what I'm saying? Your job is a new word for slave.
That's right.
That's your slavery. You know what I mean? Your supervisor, you know who your supervisor is? Your taskmaster.
That's right.
And Salaki, I don't want to ramble, but I want to get this shit out because our people don't realize that what has happened to us, our ancestors and us in the past, it is happening to us again. That's and it's right. Because of our wicked leaders inside of America who do all what they do for filthy lucre's sake, man.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
That's right.
The sister has a question here before we continue. What she say here?
She said, are cops trained to kill when they discharge their firearm? At any point, can an officer fire with the intent only to, believe she means maim and not kill? If I may, sir, I don't know the current, procedure on that. I know there was a time when it was like that. I know there was a time when cops were trained to maim, right? But I remember reading that what happened was a lot of cops would do that. And what would happen is because the person is alive, you know what they would do? They would sue the department or sue the state or sue the city. And all of these lawsuits were being brought against these cops because you shoot me in the leg and I can say, well, I wasn't doing nothing wrong. Now I can't use my leg. I can't go to work. I can't do this. I can't do that. Right. And so from what things I've read suggested that now, because they want to avoid those kind of situations where it's my word versus your word, it's easier just to kill a person. And guess what? Now they can't say anything. What's this? Khan.
And 2 out for that, Taba one. And you see that? And I believe it because inside of America, it is easier to murder a black man.
Mm-hmm.
Because you don't want to have to, these people, they don't want to have to spend money on a black man,
right?
Because they messed up. So now this black man is dead, or this black woman is dead. Is your will against mine? But she or he in the grave.
That's right.
So it was justified. He fled for his life, but the taser, without reloading it, it could not fire again.
And there's no way she could reload it. Why? Because the cop has the clip. The cop is the
on his belt.
Right. He has the cartridge that he would have to put in the taser to fire it again. So you can't be like, well, he didn't know. because it's literally on him.
Right.
He was trained to use that weapon. You understand? So he can't reload. She can't reload it because she doesn't have the clip. She doesn't have the cartridge.
Right.
So his excuse that he had to shoot her because she got his taser, it was already bogus anyway. It was already bogus. But then this just shows how much more bogus it is. If I can, so I just want to finish this one, read like one more paragraph.
You finished with the scripture, right?
Hold on. There's a little more in the scripture, sir. Salakia.
Read from the top. Let them know where
Come
you're
on, come on. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2 and verse 10. Arise ye and depart.
Arise ye and depart. You know what I'm saying? Enough with that Christmas and that Thanksgiving and celebrating everything inside of America. Depart. Remove your spirit from America. Amputate yourself from America. Come on.
For this is not your rest.
This is not time to party and be happy and be joyful. This is not the time to have spend your money on things that is not necessary. Now is not the time to get white friends and Chinese friends and hang out. You know what I mean? Now is not the time for that. We in the last days. We in the end. You all ain't seeing what's going on in the world. Now, I guess not. You know why? Because everybody in their phone, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, liking, sharing, pasting, foolishness. You understand what I'm saying? Now is not the time for a rest. Now is not the time to be comfortable and complacent, nonchalant, lackadaisical inside of America. You know what I mean? We ain't seeing what's going on with our people inside of America. And we're not seeing every other day on CNN or BBC or Al Jazeera or CNN, BC, whatever, a new story about a black man or a black woman or some ethnic, how do you call it?
Minority?
Minority, right. You know what I'm saying? Getting murdered or something happening brutally to them. But we're not seeing it. Keep going, brother.
Come on. Because it is polluted.
It is what?
It is polluted.
America is full of homosexuality.
It is polluted.
It is full of police brutality.
It is polluted.
It is filled of men and women selling drugs to each other.
It is polluted.
It is polluted because of the Christian church, where they say one thing and they do the other thing, just like this Salaki, I don't want to say it. I don't want to use bad words. Forgive me. You know what I'm saying? This sister who claimed that she loved black lives, but she's living in a rich white neighborhood.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. In a house that costs $1.4 million. Right. Keep going.
Come.
Because what?
It is polluted.
Yeah. Keep going.
It shall destroy you.
It will do what?
It shall destroy you.
That is what will happen if we don't come out of the spirit of America, man.
Damn right.
It will destroy us, man. You know what I mean? Still after, brother.
Come on, a little more, even with a sword destruction.
Even with a sword destruction. Imagine, on top of your destruction, it's going to be sore. Meaning what? Help me out. What does sore mean? You know what I mean? Come on, Tabo One.
Come on. 1 second, sir.
But what does sore? Sore.
A sword definition. Painful or aching.
Painful or aching. With an aching destruction.
Come on. It could also mean extreme or severe.
Same difference.
Come on, sir.
You know what I mean? With an extreme destruction. They go to the point where they don't care about nothing but taking your life.
Right.
You know what I mean? That overdose on those Percocets or whatever it is you're taking, that's a sword destruction because you ain't bouncing back from that.
That's right.
You understand what I'm saying? That K2 you smoking, and that weed, it's a lack.
Good.
You ain't coming back from that when you end up on the respirator. You know what I mean?
Come
on, brother. Let's keep going, and so we could move to the next thing.
Come on. So just read one more paragraph and be on to the next one. Let me where I'm at. So this he absolutely knew that Taser could not be fired again without her changing the cartridge. Turner's family attorney Ben Crump told Houston Public Media, and he did not have to use deadly force while she was lying on her back. If you watch the video, you can see that the sister was on her back when he shot her. Crump became aware of the model of the Taser through our reporting and during an online news conference he held Wednesday. Pamela Turner's daughter, Chelsea Rubin, said Baytown police should have given the family that information long ago. Remember, this is over a year later. For the evidence, there's a quote, for the evidence to be withheld for so long, for them to try to cover it up and say that this is the reason that my mother had to be killed is just disgusting. So we're gonna end that one there. I do so, Salaki Yanazar. If you read further on in the article, you will read, I think they are seeking to get charges pressed against the officer again. So it is possible for him to be charged, but as of yet, that has not taken place to right now, to today. Okay. So another disgusting situation. So on to the next one. On to the next. So
all right, let's do how to call it, the brother,
the Hispanic brother, the Army lieutenant.
Yes.
Let's just, if you could just run a clip of the video real quick, sir. And then, like I said, we don't even really got to read much.
No, you know what? We don't. Let's keep that for now. If we have time, we'll do it last. Let's go to the sergeant, the army sergeant who harassed the black man when he was walking through his neighborhood.
Sir.
Let's do that one first, because I mean, Commanding General Johanna brought it out. You know what I'm saying? I also brought it out in my class and a couple other brothers. So a lot of people know about it. So we can touch on it a little later on, because I know you have some stuff you want to talk about. You know what I mean? But for now, let's just focus on this other story here, which is something newer.
So you want to do the brother that got shot first, or the brother in the neighborhood?
We want to do the brother in the neighborhood first.
Sir.
Yeah. That's too wild with you.
That's totally too wild with me, sir. So do you have video? Footage you want to show? It should be right at that TMZ article. It should be footage right at the top.
Yeah, Most High Christ. Let me see if I can run that there real quick. Boom, there we go. There we go.
Oh boy. Oh hey.
We're not.
I found on my list.
Yeah, we're not doing this. No, we're not going to do this. we're not doing that at all. Yeah.
Right.
I'm gonna figure out a way to get all videos that we have to play out and run them from a player. You know what I'm saying? A separate.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Hey, they've already been called. They're just waiting. Fights with who? You know what? Maybe you should hang out a little longer. We'll see how it goes. Then we won't have to give the report by ourselves.
What is it you're doing here?
Walking.
Then walk.
Okay, that's what I was doing. She came out of house. Well, you've been here like 15 minutes now.
Let's go. Walk away.
Keep walking.
Walk away.
I already walked away.
Walk away right now. You need help?
You got this one.
I'm happy to help you. I didn't hit you. There's a difference between pushing you.
You were the aggressor, buddy.
You're aggressing on their neighborhood.
Someone came running.
You better walk away. You walk away. You're talking to my wife right now.
That's your wife?
Walk away. Walk away. Check it out. You either walk away or I'm going to carry your ass out of here. What do you want to do?
You better not touch me.
Or what? What are you going to do?
You up on me.
Let's go. Walk away.
I didn't do anything.
I'm about to do something to you. You better start walking.
I didn't do anything to her.
You better start walking right now.
You come after me like that?
I ain't coming after you. You're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. Get out. Get out. Where? Where's your house? What's your address?
Maybe we should walk you home.
What?
Oh, you
hey, hold on a minute.
Hold on a minute,
brother. Hold on a minute. You go first, that one. my mouth unclean right now. You go first. And then I'ma just chill and just let it flow.
Let me say this, right? We're gonna watch a little more of the video. I want everybody watching to chime in. You know what I'm saying? We want to hear you guys' opinions. But let me just tell you this. I can say from personal experience, because I grew up in a neighborhood that was predominantly white. And it was always funny to me and I always had to deal with it. Now, I didn't have to deal with, because the area I lived in was predominantly not like Anglo-Saxon white people, you know, like American. It was like Eastern Europeans, right? In Queens, New York, right? But I always had to deal with people looking at me like, what was I doing there? And not only did I have to deal with it, my father had to deal with it, my grandmother had to deal with it, everybody in my family who came around had to deal with it. In my building, there was literally only 3 black families. There's about 60 to 80 apartments. But we were only 3 black families. And I would often be looked at like I didn't belong. Meanwhile, my grandmother lived in the same building since the 70s. Way before any of those people got in there. And if you watch later on in the video, he's going to ask this army sergeant a similar question. Right? He's like, how long you been living here? So I already can speak for what this brother is going through. This idea that you don't belong in the neighborhood that you're really from, but that you really live in, when you're minding your business, not doing anything. And let me say, Yawasap Ya Allah, Shalom, Most High in Christ. That is the exact scripture I was going to go to, the water.
Perfect.
I got it on my board right here. I wrote, you know what I'm saying, they hunt our steps. That's the one. Because you cannot go in their neighborhood, even if you live there, or what they call their neighborhood. You can't go in your own neighborhood. You can't go into downtown. You can't go anywhere in America if you Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian without being told you don't belong when we built this goddamn place, man.
Right.
We've been in slavery in this place for over 400 years. We built everything. We built Washington, D.C. We built Chicago. We built New York, man. We built Charlotte and Raleigh, North Carolina. We built Los Angeles.
That's
but
right.
Every single place we go, we are looked at like we don't belong. We're the immigrants. What did Donald Trump call our Issachar brothers down at the border? Said they were rapists and robbers and thieves, man. They say that we're the murderers. No, the oppressor is the real murderer.
That's right.
He's the real rapist. And you know what else he is? He's the real immigrant. He stole this land from the North American Indians, man. He stole this land, you know what I'm saying, from the Aztecs. He stole this land, but yet he's going to tell us that we don't belong? It's absolutely insane. You know what I'm saying? So if you could put that up on the screen, I'll go ahead and read it right off the brother's comment.
Come.
Officer 500 Yawasap Ya Allah. Parium.
Come.
This is the book of Lamentations, chapter 4 and verse 18. Again, the water for that. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets.
And it's clear, evident that this brother is minding his business in his neighborhood. He probably lived there way longer than this animal, this beast. You know what I'm saying? That think he's patriotic and he's doing this for the right to preserve the Constitution of America and his family. And why are you in my neighborhood? Motherfucker, you in our neighborhood. You stole our land. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
That's what it is.
Damn right.
You're a culture vulture. Everywhere you go, you live death and destruction.
That's right.
Filthy piece of garbage. They hunt our steps that we cannot go in our streets, man. Keep going.
Our end is near.
Our end is near, meaning this. When the situation gets critical based on the interaction with these devils, we end up dead.
That's right.
Or we end up in prison. Or we end up something happening to us, some wicked thing happening to us because of the interaction that we have with them.
That's right.
Our end is near. Come on.
Our days are fulfilled. For our end is come.
Right. It's the same thing I just said. Now, if this had went left, he would try to strangle the brother.
Right.
Or he and his dog of a wife try to murder this brother and say they're defending themselves when the brother is harmlessly walking through his neighborhood. That's where he pays his bills. That's where he lives. He lives in this neighborhood. Maybe longer than you did.
Right.
You want to chime in, brother?
Come. So no, it's just everything you're saying is on point and heavy, because this is not new. We're just seeing it more now because now there's more cameras, there's more camera phones and things like that. But this story, you know what it reminds me of to a degree? It reminds me of a story, another story out of not my neighborhood in New York, but like not too far from me in Queens. If you go back into the archives, you'll find a story. I think it happened in the late 80s, early 90s, I want to say late 80s, where three brothers, their car broke down, right? And they had to walk to an area in Queens called Howard Beach. Howard Beach is an Italian neighborhood. Two of the brothers were beat. They literally their car was left. So it was four of them. One stayed with the car. The three walked to try to find some help or get some stuff to be able, because at the time there was no cell phones like that and they end up getting beat up. And one of them ended up getting killed by a car, getting ran over by a car. And there's no camera footage. There's no body cam. There's no of those things to know exactly what happened. But it makes me think about how many brothers and sisters, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men and women over the past 400 years were killed and mistreated and harassed. And they were given these trumped up, ridiculous reasons about, oh, they were in my neighborhood. Oh, they did this, they did that. This clown is talking about, oh, you hear his wife? If I can get a picture, I seen a picture. Oh man, I can't find it right now. I seen a picture of his wife. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm gonna leave it there. But he was defending her honor, which is very hilarious if you see what she looks like. But he was defending her honor.
You should send me a picture of that, brother.
If I can find, if I can find a picture of his wife, it says Jonathan Pentland. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Hold up. That's the cat's name. Jonathan Pentland. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. I think I got it.
Just text it to take a screenshot or whatever and just text it to me, Baba.
I'm sending it right now, Ottawa. Let me know when you got it. This is Jonathan Pentland and his wife, whose honor he was defending in quote unquote his neighborhood. You got that, sir?
Well, Most High Christ to water. I got it. I got it.
Now in the video, he's saying, "Oh, you did this to me, and you did whatever." And you hear this woman that we're about to see on the screen say, "You're the aggressor, buddy. You're the aggressor." But where's that on camera? Where's the footage of that? They're saying it just like a cop saying, "Oh, well, stop resisting, stop resisting." There's no evidence of it whatsoever, but they say it to put forth a certain idea. This brother's standing there like this the whole time, like, "Yo, like, why are you da da da?" Like, I'm
right, and he's calm about it too. That's what I'm saying.
Calm.
In most cases, even with the lieutenant, they're so calm. Listen, I'm just saying, the dog knows which tree it backs up. You know what I'm saying? However, which tree to back up.
As soon as you can, please put that thing on the screen.
I'm doing it right at this moment.
There we go. That's it right there. Jonathan and his ooh-wee. That's who you hear. That is who you hear on the video saying, "Oh, you're the aggressor, buddy. Maybe we should walk you home." Walk you home. Walk you home. Like, so a Black man in America is supposed to just take anything. Like, I don't give it. So what? I don't owe you anything. I don't got to tell you where the hell I live.
Right.
Who are you? He didn't know that this dude was some army sergeant or any of that.
And even if, listen, brother, I don't care even if you're an army sergeant or you're the president. This is the truth coming from Azab. Inside of America, if we know not to be around these devils, none of this will happen. If it wasn't for Martin Luther King in your Christian church and the Christian pastor and Islam, Farrakhan has done a horrible job. Elijah Muhammad has done a horrible job. All of them have done horrible jobs. You know why? Because we still integrated inside of America. I brought out the story about Tulsa, Oklahoma 2 weeks ago. We can build our cities and have our own stuff because we have enough money in the Black, Latino, and Native American community to do so.
Damn right.
But you know who we worry about? The Prince of England. We worry about the Prince of England. We worry about what clothes the Kardashians wearing. We worry about all manner of foolishness. You know what I mean? Going as far as going all the way to Africa and build schools and give them water, while Flint, Michigan, still up to today still have bad drinking water.
Come on.
You know what I mean? While Chicago has a high murder rate, yes, and we can help. The rich of Israel can help. But we're not going to do it because the scripture you read earlier on, all what they're doing is for the money.
That's right.
And to be part of a society that hates us.
Come on. If I may, sir. Come on. No, damn right, Adam. Why not? That's a heavy point you just made. I want to piggyback on something you just said that's so true and heavy. The rich of our nation could help. You understand? But if you could, the sister, your rib, if you could put her comment on the screen.
Come on.
She said, "We are a talented nation." Could you put that on the screen, Adam?
Right here.
There we go. The Most High in Christ. So she said, "We are a talented nation. We can survive on our own. We need to build our own society. Black people are lawyers, electricians, entrepreneurs, educated. We keep trying to fit into this world." I want to say two things, if I may. For one, sis, you're absolutely correct. But here's the kicker: we've done it before.
Right.
We've had our own cities with our own lawyers and our own doctors, our own electricians, our own carpenters, our own everything. And what happened? America dropped bombs on Tulsa, Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying?
If I may, and that's so excellent what you're saying, to piggyback off of what the sister said, and you're saying, now we have the opportunity to learn from our mistakes and do it the right way.
Right.
Yes, you pick it under Commanding General Yohana.
Damn right.
Now there's going to be there. You think if we consistent with what the Lord says to do by following the law, statutes, and commandments, they can drop bomb on us? The Lord is going to get angry and he's going to defend us like he did in ancient Egypt.
That's right. That's the difference.
That's the difference. We still can do it, but we have to do it under the Most High Christ.
Right. Damn right. Sir. No, damn right, Otto. That's the difference right there, is that we did not Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street, you know what I'm saying? Hayti in Durham, North Carolina, Rosewood in Florida, you know what I'm saying? All the different Wilmington, North Carolina. All the different areas that we've had where we have been thriving, what we didn't, you know what, you brought it out in the class not so long ago. What also was in Tulsa, Oklahoma, not just Black-owned hospitals and Black-owned law firms and Black-owned this and Black-owned that. There was also a Black church.
Right.
There was also a Black mosque.
And bring me home.
And you got me. What else,
Masonic Lodge, brother.
I was going to say it, but I was a little nervous. But a Black Masonic Lodge.
Right.
Damn right. We had all these things that have nothing to do with the Most High. So why would the Most High look out for us when we weren't following him?
Right. And that's the point. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, this devil right here, he wouldn't have an opportunity to even come out to deal with our brother that way. And inside of America, period. If we are taught that we shouldn't be around the oppressors. Not that we're afraid of them, we just avoid them.
Right.
You know what I mean? We do our own thing, they do their own thing.
Okay.
Have you ever seen videos where Black people, so-called, and when I say Black people, I mean Latinos, Native Americans as well. We're doing whatever we're doing by ourselves, and there's always this one Caucasian person to call, hey, what's going on over here? What y'all doing? Ain't your goddamn business what we're doing. Go back over there.
That's right. I've only seen that happen in one place, Ottawa.
Come on.
I have only seen, and it's so you know, just it's so tawab and so beautiful to see it almost. It's like a metaphor almost, right?
Right.
Every time a so-called a white person, an oppressor, every time somebody from another nation what's something that we say, right? That black people be saying, oh, such and such is invited to the cookout. They say Eminem is invited to the cookout. This white woman can dance. She's invited to the cookout.
Right.
But I'll never forget me being in Harlem, New York in 2019. I had just graduated from Hebrew Academy. And I went back home to New York for the Harlem cookout.
Right.
And what
big
did
up
I
Captain
see?
Tazariak, by the way.
Yeah, big up Captain Tazariak. You know what I'm saying? All the brothers out there in New York. And I went to the New York cookout in Harlem. And what happened? A fat devil tried to get into the cookout.
Good night.
And did the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana say, oh, because she was with her black boyfriend. Did the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana say, well, you got a black boyfriend, you invited to the cookout? No. We said, brother, you can come in here. She can't.
Right.
And that devil stood outside of that gate and was damn near brought to tears because in the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana, we follow the law, statutes, and commandments. We follow what the Most High told us. We don't get down and associate ourselves with any heathens. If you're not black, get on one, please.
Salaka, brother, I don't mean to cut you off. That's so beautiful when you say that is because when we stand on our integrity and we maintain a moral compass taught to us in these scriptures, in our records, in our constitution, we're not gonna wave and try and wiggle our way out of it just because, oh, Becky has, you know what I'm saying, a sad face. Oh, why can't you let her in? Nah, she ain't coming in. She ain't part of our nation.
That's right.
Period.
Damn right.
And that is the beautiful thing about the Israelite school, the universal practical knowledge.
That's right.
We don't compromise. No cowards, no excuses. Salaka, brother. Go ahead.
No, so that's exactly what it is. Let me read a little bit more and we can go on to the next one because we got two heavy topics to talk about, two really tragic things. But let me see.
Before you even continue that, brother, I mean, let me give me one scripture. Is hold on. Give me a second. Let me look for it real quick. Just give me a second. Read. You could read. Go ahead. And
come on, sir.
We'll do the scriptures after.
Come on, sir.
All right.
Salakia, where am I at? I'm right here. Says Army Sergeant suspended, military taking action after aggressive confrontation of black man. Pentland.
We finishing watching video or not?
I mean, you can play a little bit more. There's really not much more to it, to be quite honest.
I'm about to do something to you. You better start walking.
I do anything to her.
You better start walking right now.
You come after me like that?
I ain't coming after you. You're in the wrong neighborhood, motherfucker. Get out.
Shut your
Get out.
dirty white mouth.
Where? Where's your house? What's your address?
Maybe we should walk you home.
Walk me home.
Oh, you bet.
Papa, he not a dog like you, though.
I live here, sir.
Okay.
Right now, you're harassing the neighborhood.
I'm not harassing anyone walking through the neighborhood I live in, sir.
Where? But check it out. We are a tight-knit community. Okay. We take care of each other. Hell of a lot longer than your ass, because I have never seen you before in my life.
How long have you been living here?
Why does that even matter to you?
How long have you been living
here? It doesn't matter. You know what? Get the hell out of my face. Get out of my face.
You walked up to me.
Check it out, motherfucker. I ain't playing with you. You either get your ass moving or I'm going to move you.
You smell drunk.
You want to bet?
You are drunk.
I'm about to show you what I can do.
I would suggest
you better walk away. Walk away. Walk away.
I'm walking. You keep following me, sir.
There's only one way out of here. It's right over there.
There's multiple ways out of here, sir.
You want to bet? Walk away.
Well, that's it. You know what? I don't even want to read this article. You saw what happened. There's really nothing else to discuss. He's been, suffice to say, he's been brought up on some charges. Not the brother, Jonathan Pendleton. They said that there was a call and they tried to claim that the brother was harassing people or something like that. But then it says, if I may, the county notes that when officers first responded, they were not aware of, nor did they see this video. However, after the clip eventually went viral, the agency says they passed their findings to a judge who found sufficient evidence to bring Pentland in on an arrest warrant. That's what it is. So Most High in Christ for that. Yeah, he's been Pentland has been arrested. You know, he's been arrested.
He half a homosexual anyway. You know,
I mean, with a wife like that, but you know that's none of my business.
You already know how the Romans are, brother. They only deal with women to make babies, and everything else is filthy and disgusting.
Come.
I mean, give me Revelations 11 and 8.
Come.
Yeah, that's just how it is inside of America. But at the end of the day, we cannot be comfortable inside of America. We should not be comfortable inside of America.
Right.
We go into the next story in a minute. You know what I'm saying? We have video footage of them murdering our young Latino brother.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And Taba, one, just read that for me.
Come. This is the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8.
And
their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city.
In this great city of America. Keep going.
Which spiritually.
Which what?
Spiritually.
America is what?
Spiritually. Is called Sodom and Egypt.
Sodom and Egypt. Sodom is synonymous with homosexuality. Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's right.
That's what is being pushed on blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans inside of America right now. Since Obama, as a matter of fact. It's been pushed more on our nation. You know what I mean? Sodom and Egypt. What is Egypt synonymous with?
If I may, sir, Egypt is synonymous with bondage, sir.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? Bondage, man. And you know where we were in captivity just like America? Give me Exodus. You know what I want. Baba Kusha. Taba 1.
So which one in Exodus?
Is it 2 and 20 or something like that? No. 20 and 2.
Come.
Yeah, 20 and 2. Salaki. I always mix them up sometimes.
Come.
20 and 3.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 2.
2, right.
I am the Lord thy God,
Mm-hmm.
which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt,
Uh-huh.
out of the house of bondage.
Egypt, man, is the house of bondage. The house of bondage that we came into when we disembarked those slave ships. Good ship, Jesus? Yeah. That's when we came back into bondage inside of America.
That's right.
It's in the Bible. It's in our records. This is what our Christian pastors and so-called black leaders are not teaching us.
That's right.
But yet they're teaching us to love everybody. You know what I mean?
Damn
Hug everybody. Kiss everybody. Hold hands. Dance. Have fun. You know what I'm saying? This is not our rest inside of America.
That's right.
This is why we have these classes in the ISUPK every single day while your pastor on vacation with little boys. You know what I'm saying? And you can say, oh, my pastor, he don't do that. No, you don't know if he does that. And maybe you defending him because he does it to you.
Right.
He pays you. You love the money. You love the good time. You love being around celebrities and all of that. Hey, America is going to burn. America is going to fall.
Damn right.
And if you're not consistent with what the law, statutes, and commandments says, you're going to fall with it, man.
That's right.
You're going to die inside of America.
That's right.
With America.
Damn right.
You're going to sink with the Titanic. But I ain't Leonardo DiCaprio. That white bitch going down in the water and I'm sitting on that raft. Straight up. I ain't saving nothing that destroys my people. I'm not going to assimilate myself with nothing that will destroy my people. We have been brought here into bondage in America. And while we're in bondage, we have been beat down, abused, and all manner of evil have been pushed on us.
That's right.
The alternative lifestyle, which is homosexuality and all of that other stuff, which is Sodom. You know what I'm saying? The fact that every other food that you buy have pork in it. And some type of unlawful food. Our men have been emasculated in the Christian church.
Damn right.
Been very, very soft, smoking a ton of weed, and their eyes red and they laid back and it's like, yeah, man, one love, bro, peace. And there's a war being waged against all people as we speak. You know what I mean?
Come on.
Read that from the top, and then let's just move on to the next story, Baba Kusha.
Come on, sir. The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. You want Revelation again?
Give me both. Read the Exodus and then jump to Revelations, and then we're done with that.
Come on. The book of Exodus, chapter 20 and verse 2. I am the Lord thy God, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. Book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 8. And their dead bodies shall lie in the street of the great city, which spiritually is called Sodom and Egypt.
America is Sodom and Egypt. So like, keep going. Is there any more?
A little bit more, where also our Lord was crucified.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Meaning this society, this place, and the philosophies being taught inside of America is what will destroy us.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Is what they use to murder, you know what I'm saying, our king. Our king said you can't be a homosexual. They didn't like that. They murdered him for that.
That's right.
Our king said you cannot steal from a brother. You have to love a brother as yourself, but they wanted to love the oppressor more than they love our people.
That's right.
And Christ came up against them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
The same way the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under commanding General Yohana is coming up against every single doctrine, denomination, philosophy, and ideology inside of America, which is spiritually Sodom and Egypt. And we're dismantling it every day.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Every single day. In our classes, in our shows, everything. I saw Captain Tazariak. Hey, big up Cross the Line Radio. You don't know anything already. You know what I'm saying? Captain Tazariak. Dismantle doctrines of devils every week. Almost. They're on a rampage. You know what I mean? I love it.
Okay.
You know why? Because since 1969, we have always been right.
That's right.
Why? Because it is truth. The truth will never change. No matter how much you try to, you know what I'm saying, evolve the truth into something new. Is a new age. You're an idiot. You're a fake Hebrew Israelite group. You're a Christian.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you working for the devil. You are of your father, the devil.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not in the UPK.
That's
you're not in the UPK, you're not in the truth.
That's right.
Go to the next story.
No, sir. All right. So now we got two more stories, really. Just real quickly, and we don't have too much time, but right now we want to get into something we've been talking about for the past few weeks. A young brother, man, Adam Toledo. Is that the footage?
I think so. I think that's the footage.
That's it. That's the footage. That's what it looks like. Most High in Christ.
Do you want the audio as well?
If you could, Baba Kusha.
All right, no sweat. Let me just bring it back to the top. I don't think this one has audio.
Then there's no sweat.
Just so we can see what's going on in there.
Please stop!
Oh, there we go.
Stop right fucking now! Hey, show me your fucking hands. Drop it. Drop it. Shots fired. Shots fired. Get an ambulance up here now. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. You all right? Where you shot? Please stop! Stop right fucking now! Hey, show me your fucking hands. Drop it. Drop it.
Now you see that, brother? As soon as the brother decided to show him his hands, he shot him.
Concert.
And I saw another CNN or some media review of the videos, and they're trying to say that the brother had a gun and he ducked it behind the fence because they had another camera. Let me see if I can pull that up. I think is that the one you sent me?
No, I think the one I sent you also was body cam footage. But it might have multiple. Wait, that's that one.
Let me jump.
Yeah, this one shows the gun behind the fence, but there is another. If you go to the video, there's another angle.
All right, hold on a second. Yeah, let me go to that one. This is our life inside of America, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. If you didn't know, this is our life inside of America because of Martin Luther King.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And your Christian pastor. It might sound hard. You know what I mean? Oh, why is he out there running and doing all of that? Why couldn't he just listen to the police? Do you listen to the police? Do you always have your seatbelt on? You trying to take the mole out somebody's eyes when your eye filled with nastiness.
That's right.
You know,
if you go to the one that's the website is the Chicago Sun-Times. They have like a 2-minute video that shows both the body cam footage, and if you fast forward to the end, you can see the other angle.
Okay? Chicago Sun-Times.
Come on.
All right, let me see what's going on there. Oh, okay.
And scroll. I'm gonna tell you exactly what. Scroll to the.
Hold on, I'm getting a lot of pop-ups from this site.
No, not which one? Not the one that says not the one that says blockclubchicago.org. Not that one. It's just a chicago.suntimes.com.
All right.
And this, if you scroll down at some point in the video, you should see it says, this paragraph says, but another video shows him apparently throwing something through a gap in the fence to the other side, so on and so forth.
All right, I'm on there right now.
Okay. So the screenshot looks like this.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pull it up right now.
Okay. Yeah. In the meantime, I'll start reading a little bit. It says body cam video of fatal police shooting of Adam Toledo details boy's final minutes. These details final minutes of boy's life. The 13-year-old boy appears to have a gun at one point, but when his hands are raised, he does not appear to have a weapon. A police watchdog agency Thursday released a video showing a Chicago police officer shooting 13-year-old Adam Toledo, whose seemingly empty hands were raised, but who appeared to have a gun in his hand just a moment earlier. The officer who shot Adam was wearing a body camera that shows him chasing the teen down an alley in Little Village at about 2:38 a.m. on March 29th. The police officer orders him to stop and show his hands. A slow motion version of the video from that body camera shows Adam standing sideways in a large gap in a wooden fence with what looks like a gun in one of his hands behind his back. The officer is on the other side of the alley. He yells, "Drop it." In less than a second, Adam raises his hands as the officer fires. Adam crumples to the ground, and the officer calls for an ambulance and performs CPR. The officer's video doesn't show Adam throwing away a gun, and the boy doesn't appear to be holding a weapon in his raised hands. That's very important, because the other angle we'll see in the video that Officer of 1,000 Yards Ab is about to show, the other angle shows what appears to be him throwing a weapon. Now, they show a picture of the weapon, right? So it seems as though he did end up doing what the officer said and dropping it and throwing it away. But the important part is that from the angle of the officer, when he turns around, there is no weapon in his hands. There's nothing. He turns around and puts his hands up. And it's at that moment that the officer decides to shoot him.
Let me play the video,
please,
if I could, Baba Kashar. Because Israel need to see this.
Hey, stop! Stop right now! Hands! Show me your hands! Drop it! Drop it! Shots fired! Shots fired! Get an ambulance up here now! Look at me! Look at me! Look at me! You alright? Where are you shot? 24 and Sawyer in the alley, West Alley. Need an ambulance. Got a gunshot victim. Shots fired by the police.
By the policeman,
Where you shot, man? Where you shot? Stay with me. Stay with me.
Right, Tempo, we'll get an ambulance rolling.
Somebody bring the medical kit now.
Hey, Silakia Tabawan.
Okay, can someone send the medical?
Hey, Silakia.
Come on.
That's a headshot.
That's what it looks like.
That's a headshot. And he acting like the kid is alive when he clearly know that he just murdered the brother. That's a headshot. Instantly. A body shot somewhere, there would be a little movement, and then, you know, the muscles will start to whatever, and life will leave. Headshot is between the eyes. So, yeah.
Come on.
I'm gonna play it. Salakia. I'm tired of playing.
Like I said, if you want to get the other angle, you can fast forward it, but you can play keep going if you want, sir.
All right. The other angle is
around. It's around like around the 2 minute mark. No, like 2 minutes.
Is it like 2 minutes?
Come on.
All right.
No. It's after that. It's after that.
After this?
Mm-hmm. It's around 2 minutes. Where you go? Right there.
All right. Let me just play it for me.
So from that angle, you can't even really see it.
Yeah, I think I could see what. Yeah, they're gonna play it again. He threw the gun down. Look, boom. See?
Mm-hmm. He did exactly so. The cop knew he had a gun and told him to drop it.
Right.
He drops it, turns around, and puts his hands up. Which is he complied. He did everything the cop told him to do. Dropped it. Turn around, put your hands up, which he did. Boom.
Right.
And like you said, Adawan, he's acting like, oh, where are you hit? You know what I'm saying? Like he's still alive.
Salakia.
When he had to drag him halfway out of the fence. You can see that in the body cam footage. He had to pull him because he couldn't move because he was dead.
Right.
Pull him. Oh, man.
All life inside of America, man.
Yeah, so this is video. We've literally been talking about this case. I remember 3 weeks ago.
We brought this out.
We brought it out. And at first, I had it almost 4 weeks ago, but we were reluctant. I was reluctant to bring it out because I wasn't sure. I'm like, is he a brother? I don't know yet, right? And you find out first.
Right.
Found out he was a Hispanic, right? Then we touched on it. And we said on this show, there's details missing because we don't have any footage yet.
Right.
The footage has been released. And we're going to see what happens. I promise you they're going to try to justify this cop. They're going to say, even though the cop told him to drop the weapon, to turn around and to put his hands in the air, all of which he did. They're going to say the cop was justified. They're going to say the cop was justified because he didn't know if he still had the weapon, even though we just watched the footage from the body cam, which shows that you can literally, there's a freeze-framed moment where he turns around fully like this.
Right.
And that's when the cop makes the decision to shoot him.
Right. He did. He did.
Absolutely. It's, oh man, this is, at this point, Adawan, what is there to even be said? We've seen this. We see it every week. We're going to keep seeing it every week.
Let me tell you what needs to be said. I'm going to say it. The oppressor is the devil, the Bible speaks. That's 1. 2, Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we need to sever our spirit from America.
That's right.
We need to now question what we've been taught by Martin Luther King or pastors or imams and every religion that we think is right for us inside of America. We need to question it right now because guess what? For over 50 years, 60 years, 70 years that we've been subscribing to this integration thing, This is where we still at. It has not worked for us. It has failed. But you know what will work for us? Following the law, statutes, and commandments, which your pastor will not teach you about. He will tell you Christ died so that you can still eat pork. How stupid is that? You know what I mean? Like Christ died for you to still be a homosexual. Christ died so that you can have interracial marriages. That's what Christ died for. I thought he died to give you a chance to not do these things. Because if it was for you on your own, on your own, you know what would happen? When you commit these sins, you would be put to death.
That's right.
You would be put to death, or we, I should say, would be put to death when
right.
we do evil. But Christ gave us a chance to turn around and do no evil. You understand what I'm saying? And then we have our people, our so-called leaders in the Blacks, Latinos, and Native American community, who's just about money, man.
That's right.
They're all about money. And this is what happens when we cannot govern our own neighborhoods, when we cannot govern our own children. Why the black man is predominantly in prison or on drugs or taken out the house, and sons and daughters have to grow up without fathers. Some of you black women are monsters, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? But for our sisters who are absolute beautiful and wonderful and try their best to do the right thing, keep a husband, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that the kid's okay and all that stuff. I mean, Lord be with you, you know what I'm saying? You're doing something in the spirit. Nonetheless, we have been taught to hate each other inside of America.
That's right.
ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana teaches from the law, statutes, and commandments that Christ came, walked the earth, and taught us how to be brothers and sisters to each other.
That's right.
It's disgusting, brother. I'm good.
Council, if you could, Barbecue Shot, let's just, you know what, we're gonna spend not too much time on it, but we will revisit it and amongst the many topics we'll discuss. So next week's show, you know, you can call it a special edition, man. Next week's show is gonna be like a special. We're gonna go over the time a little bit. We hope y'all have the patience to kick it with us. We ain't gonna just do the regular 2 hours. We're gonna push it to, you know, almost 3 hours, might even hit 3 hours. We're gonna push the show next weekend because we're gonna be in the next show again. Is gonna be broadcasted live from Houston, Texas. So you're gonna be able to get a glimpse of, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see us at the Passover. You should be there if you're Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian, but if you can't make it for a valid reason, something with your slavery or some situation like that, then you can tune in with us. I'm telling you, brothers are gonna be going live. There's gonna be a lot of things happening, so we're gonna be there. But this next story we're about to bring out, we're going to revisit it during that special show or whatever, go into more detail. But I do want to show this video real fast, and maybe we can end on one scripture, and then we can clip it for today. But this is another video. This is out of Minnesota, very similar to what we just watched, and very similar to what we saw earlier. This recurring theme, man. These goddamn cops are idiots, man. Idiots and liars.
And murderers. Yeah, we can't leave that out.
You know what I'm saying? And they protect their own, and they'll say anything and they'll do anything, and you know what I'm saying? So the one with the video is the ABC News one. So the first one I sent you says ABC News, officer who fatally shot Dante Wright.
I got you, bro.
Count Con, and there should be video right at the beginning of it.
Dante Wright. Let's do work on Dante Wright. See this ads thing? I don't like it.
As you can hear, the officer, while struggling with Mr. Wright, shouted, "Taser, taser," several times. That is part of the officer's training prior to deploying a taser.
Let's go.
As you can hear, the officer, while struggling with Mr. Wright, shouted, "Taser, taser," several times. That
I don't know what's up.
Part of the officer's training prior to deploying a taser, which is a less lethal device. That is done to make her partners aware, as well as the subject, that a taser deployment will be imminent.
Wait, what the officer
During this
said?
encounter,
Well done.
however, the officer is done to make her partners aware, which is a less lethal device. That is done to make her less lethal device. That is done to make her partners aware, as well as the subject, that a taser
what do you
deployment
say,
will be
number
imminent.
one?
During this encounter, however, the officer drew their handgun instead of their taser. For informational purposes, we train with our handguns on our dominant side and our taser on our weak side. So if you're right-handed, you carry your firearm on your right side and you carry your taser on the left. As I watch the video and listen to the officer's commands, it is my belief that the officer had the intention to deploy their taser, but instead shot Mr. Wright with a single bullet. This appears to me, from what I've viewed and the officer's reaction and distress immediately after, that this was an accidental discharge that resulted in the tragic death of Mr. Wright.
I'm going to send you the footage without this piece of garbage talking.
Right. Baba Kasha, that's what I was saying.
I just sent it to your phone just now. It's on YouTube. It should load up right quick. And this version should have no talking. It's only about a minute long, so we can just see the whole situation transpire.
Right. Now, that's what I wanted. You texted to me or email?
I can do both. I send it to text, but if you want me to email, I can do that real fast.
Let me see the text. Text, email, both of them can work. All right, I got it.
Concert.
I got the text. Yeah, so yeah, because I really wanted to see it without all of that, you know what I'm saying, talking and stuff.
But Khan, that right there is the police chief, I believe. I believe that's the police chief. Let me see. Yeah.
Yeah, he gay, but it's fine.
Yeah, I picked up on that too.
No, I don't be saying this thing to sound funny. I'm telling you, like I watch these videos and I see, I mean, we see the spirit of people.
Yeah. That's the police chief.
Yeah.
What a coincidence. He's saying that, she meant to do such and such.
We made a boo-boo. No problem.
She didn't say that. She just said, I just shot him.
I know, that's what I'm saying. He's saying, it happens. You know what I'm saying? She made a mistake. He's dead. All right, let's move on. Let's go. Can you hear it?
Concert.
As I watch the video and listen to the officer's commands, it is my belief that the officer had the intention to deploy the taser, but instead shot Mr. Wright with a single bullet.
Hold on a second. God damn it. Listen to me, brother. Did you see that? The same area when she said, I shot him, and the other officer responded, I heard him say, good job. In the other video. That's why I was like playing it back. Like, what did he say? He said, good job.
Play it again.
And now they cut it exactly before he responds to what when the devil said, I shot him. Watch it again.
As I watch the video and it is my belief that the officer.
Wait a minute. Let me play the other. Bro, I don't want to stay too long on. I'm gonna analyze this video for myself. And then when we elaborate on it more next week, Lord allow, I'm gonna go frame by frame. Frame by frame, audio enhancement, and y'all know I'm good for it. Y'all know I'm good for it.
Okay.
When I say y'all, you know what I'm talking about. Not the UPK. The UPK know my skills. But the devil, they know what I'm capable of. You know what I'm saying? Okay. With the technology that they put in front of me. You Yeah. Number one, I don't know, bro, but I'm happy, you know what I mean, to be in the truth. I'm happy to be under the leadership of Commanding General Yohana.
That's right.
You know what I mean? A lot of these stories is just, you know, for me personally, it's not. I never thought that I would see the truth so clearly in front of me.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Especially what we're being taught every day. You know what I'm saying, by men above us. Like
Okay.
I never thought in a million years that I personally would not be smoking a blunt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And to sit back and be bringing out these stories and seeing how the lives of our people are, in that me personally and other brothers, we were exactly where they are right now.
That's right.
And we were able to come out of there, you know what I mean? And change.
That's right.
And be better people.
Damn right.
No longer are we being immoral and wicked and all of that stuff. I'm saying all that to say, the sanctuary for Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans is the ISUPK under Commanding General Yohana.
That's right.
You need a real rehabilitation of your life. You need to amputate the spirit from America. This is where you need to be. You need to be in class.
That's right.
Every day. You need to pay your tithes too. God damn it. Because you used to pay to, you know what I mean, a filthy priest, or, you know what I mean, the Catholic church, or a pastor in the Baptist church.
Right.
He would use it to fill his pocket and do nothing for you.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. I want to say to what the Commanding General Yohana, all the generals, captains, you know, officers, a special big up, you know what I'm saying, to Captain Nayatab, Officer Yehuda.
Damn
You
right.
know what I mean? And all our other brothers and sisters in North Carolina.
Damn
know,
right. Most
big up
right.
yourself, Taba One, officer of 500, you know what I mean? We've been holding it down.
Okay.
We've been through little hoops and stuff like that, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, we examine ourselves and see where the direction of the show,
okay.
You know what I mean? And under the guidance of Captain Natak, we have executed it perfectly for the past.
I think we found our stride, if I may, sir.
Right.
We've been real consistent. The show's been going. Brothers and sisters, and again, we see y'all, man. We see y'all, brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying, that have been joining the live consistently every week. And just help us build it up. You know what I'm saying, help us push this truth. Like, share, and subscribe continually. The water to you, sir. Officer of 1,000 Al again, the water to Captain Nayatak, the brothers over us in North Carolina and throughout the ISUPK. So like I said, if I may real quick, so these last couple stories, we're gonna revisit them. We know there's gonna be more developments over the next week, and we're gonna revisit them, especially this last story, which we didn't get to go into too much detail, but we're gonna revisit the video and get some scriptures and read some articles or whatever, in addition to other things. So the water for chilling with us, for rocking out with us, we appreciate it. And now, if I may, Adawan,
come on, let's do it.
For the very last time, I'm gonna say this.
Until that day,
count on one con. This is the last promo, because actually no, because next week it'll be Friday. Nope, this is the last promo. Right, because the next week we're actually gonna be there, so it's so it's a little different.
Well, we will still promote it, but this is the last promo.
Con.
North Carolina.
Right, most high in Christ. It's going down. You know what I'm saying? The Lord's 52nd annual Passover, brought to you by the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, under none other than Commanding General Yohana. It's going down in Houston, Texas, man. You see it right here. 5/2, 52nd annual Passover. When is it going down? April 24th at sundown. And let me say this, if you're watching. The Passover begins April 24th. 5 o'clock is when it will begin. Sharp. Listen, I know black people. I know Hispanics. I know my brothers and sisters. We ain't taking no shorts this time. We are not doing that. Be at the venue. And when I say at the venue, I mean in a seat, before 5 o'clock. Make sure you have all your arrangements in order so that way you are not putting fringes on pants and on dresses at 4:45.
Right.
You need to have your black self, your Hispanic or Native Indian self, in a chair well before 5 o'clock. You understand?
Right.
Lateness will not be tolerated this year. It will not be. And I'm just telling you, you don't want to be the person made an example of. So just let your brother Thaba tell you, get there on time, please.
Right.
Well before 5 o'clock. But it goes down April 24th at sundown. Where is it going down? Houston, Texas, at the BH Ranch, 14149 Player Street, aka 14149 Captain Tazariak Street, aka 14149 Ayaza Ab Street, 14149 Commander, whatever you want to call it.
There you go.
149 Player Street is the address. That is the venue for the Passover. That's where you need to be before 5 o'clock. The fee is $200. You should have paid it by now, but if not, no sweat. Get it in as soon as possible. For every adult over the age of 17 years old, 17 and up, the fee is $200. Make sure you get it in. Also, your corsages. Do I have it in my phone so I can tell brothers and sisters? You can get it through the Cash App. So I'm trying to see if I have it in my phone so I can just tell them what the Cash App is. I don't have it on my phone right now. You might have to go on Facebook. But remember, the corsages for the sisters, man. Whether you're single sisters or you're married, you want to have a corsage that signifies that, right? You want to have a corsage, just put it on your wrist to let brothers know she's married, she's off limits. Some of our sisters, I know y'all looking for a husband. I know it. We all know it. No sweat. So why not get the corsage to let brothers know that you are interested in finding a husband? So that's what the corsages are for. Go on Facebook, get in contact with your camp leader, and find the address, the Cash App address, so you can send in your $10. It's $10 each for the corsage. All right. So again, next week, man, you want to be there or be square. You know what I mean? It's going to be it's going to be a movie. That's just the way I'm gonna put it. It's going to be a movie. There's so many events. The events start like the 21st or the 22nd. You understand? We got so much stuff going on, horseback riding and archery and a mansion party. I ain't even going to show y'all my fit for the mansion party. I already get picked up just about everything I need. Brother's going to be in there fly. Sister's going to be in there fly, man. It's just going to be just like 4 or 5 day just event, man. And then, of course, right after that, we have the Feast of Unleavened Bread, which begins on sundown the following day. So that's what it is, Ottawa. I can't wait to see all the Akim. Akwathian, the brothers and the sisters, man. It's just gonna be wild. I cannot wait.
Most High in Christ.
It's Captain 13,000 and caught up around, checking in with the Israelite School of UPK under Commander Jerry Hunt. Listen, man, this year's 52nd annual Passover. Hold on, I'm gonna say it one more time. This year's 52nd annual Passover under Commander Junior Hunter under the ISUPK. Couldn't do it last year. Y'all already know the Lord had his foot on our oppressor's neck.
Here in New York City, there are roughly 1,000 cases a day.
I'll be
Those
right back, sir.
we haven't seen since May.
Can't do it in New York this year because the Lord still got his foot on our oppressor's neck.
New York, the center of the outbreak this spring, is now teetering on another deadly explosion of the virus.
But listen to me good. This year, 52nd annual Passover, April 24th, 2021. You understand? It's going to be in H-Town, baby.
It's going to be at the B&H Ranch, 14149 Player Street, Houston, Texas.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do.
2021 ISUPK 52nd annual Passover. All the generals gonna be there. All the heavy hitters gonna be there. The daughters of Zion gonna step out with their beautiful long dresses, you understand? Strong on deck. That One West style music on deck. 52nd annual Passover.
B&H Ranch, 14149 Player Street, Houston, Texas.
Get with it to get lost, man.
Got it out the mud, straight up out the basement. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I'm siding with the Lord of cars on one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground.
You know that you are.
And that's what it is, man.
That's what it is. And with that, you know what I'm saying? We signing off. You know what I'm saying? Yao Bashim, Yao Shai Bracket. Tom, to all the brothers. Yao Shamalatan Bashim, Yao Shai, to all the sisters. Hey, to all the brother.
Khan, the water to you, sir.
Most in Christ. Shalom.
Shalom.
Traded to be white, now that's alright. I got the right at birth, the devil's redefining work. Someday you'll pay the price. No, I don't break a fold, I need and bake the dough, then recreate the flow. They think they making though what they forsake is so essential. Over lentils, get your issue. Guess who's on this instrumental with you? Gives a damn if we was family, view unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, played the man, I swayed the Tim like here I am, the son of Sam is taking shots at David Berkowitz. Pussy. A different discipline existed in this New York state of mind. Say since not no not the actor, but the year we's after. Not one thing in mind to grind until this gavel turns his words to mirth from Babel. Front lines is 69, I follow protocol. This kingdom built on guy bones, so I can't love Esau, and I can't fuck with y'all. I ain't gotta say it twice, you vouching for the enemy, but look, my father ain't have a father cause of dope. I'm anti-politics cause Christ died from a vote. How the richest nation locked the homeless up for being cold. How ironic they relating smoking weed to getting stoned. You trim your ways and seek they love. I'ma bring this sword back wet with a vesta dipped in blood. Niggas giving up when they don't even give enough. Going nowhere fast, niggas always in a rush. I give them love cause my brothers lost. Christians eating watch they brothers starve. No way I can serve another God. I give my love cause my brothers lost. Christians eating watch they brothers starve. I can't serve another God. Cold-blooded.